No, you're making this too hard.
Oh, I'm making this too hard. Okay, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. Look, maybe we should just take a break.
Okay, fine. You're right. Let's take a break. Let's cool off, okay? Let's get some frozen yogurt or something.
No. A break from us.
I really believe that couples should never go on a break during an argument. Hi, my name is Gibson, and I'm the creator of the Personal Development School. This is your daily breakthrough video, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a breakdown of a scene from Friends. So if you haven't already seen it, we did a part 1 of this video specifically. You can check that out in the link in the description box below. And essentially what we're doing here is we're breaking down different dynamics in terms of like couples and arguments and fighting. And we'll end up doing ones about the workplace and friendships and family relationships. But I really want to be able to take you guys through different tools so that you can see things in different situations and different scenarios and really see the breakdown of like what could have happened, what would have been better, what a better strategy is going forward.
Hello.
Hi, it's me.
Hi. Oh, I'm so glad you called.
Really? I've been thinking this is crazy. I mean, don't you think we can work on this?
Hey, what do you want to drink?
Who's that?
Nobody?
Is it okay if I finish the apple juice?
Is that Mark?
No, honey, look, he just came over.
Yeah, got it.
Ideally, in this situation, she's able to go, Ross, we really need to talk about Mark. I really want to bring some clarity to the situation. I care for you. There's nothing there. I've just called different friends. Nobody can come over. I'm feeling really awful about what happened. I really want to talk things through. I do want to let you know I am going to have him over because I just need a friend right now. And, I really want to have a conversation to work through this. And I just want to reassure you there's nothing going on. So like just something like that to at least have that voicemail for context so that it cannot, create all these different dynamics and situations. And also when Ross calls, I know it's tough to think sort of on your feet in the moment, but it might be good to even start the conversation by saying, hey, before you even say anything, I want to be with you and Mark is here right now and here's why, right? And just giving that context so it can't get out of hand, right? Now, Ross, from his perspective, you can see, right? From his perspective, he probably feels like he tried to do something sweet for his anniversary. And then, even though there might have been that other sort of underlying motive of like trying to figure out what was going on with Mark in the workplace, but then he feels like he gets broken up with, and then he seemingly has like his worst fear confirmed where Mark is suddenly there with Rachel. And, you can see why he shuts down and hangs up the phone. You can absolutely see why he's so hurt, so upset, so frustrated that all he can do is like react and, hang up the phone really quickly. But in fairness, like the right thing, the best ideal situation in that dynamic is to hear her out instead of hanging up. And you might be angry as a person when things happen. You might need space. But when we don't hear a person out where we still have feelings for them and we want something to work out, we leave room for situations like this to happen, where it's like just so much pain. And ideally, he could have said, I'm so angry at you. I'm so frustrated. I can't believe that this is what's taking place right now. But he could have said that after he heard her out because she was speaking. She said, let me explain, or whatever she was saying, sort of to say, wait. And because he didn't hear her out, now he's like sort of added to the fire, right? And I also want to say here, I really believe that couples should like set a goal for themselves to never go on a break during an argument. Breaks work for some people and breaks don't work for other people. And it really depends on many different factors, like your attachment style, the reason for going on a break, what stage of a relationship you're at when you go on a break. Is it the dating stage or is it the commitment stage of a relationship, right? These are different dynamics. But the number one principle and gold star or like North Star should be, you can decide if a break is going to work for you or not based on many different factors, but just don't do it in the heat of the moment. Don't do it during an argument. Don't say, oh, we need to take space because you can't resolve an argument in the moment. Don't make that the place that you take a break from. And if somebody tries to do that in a relationship, it's a really great idea to be able to say, I hear that you're saying you want to go on a break. We're both really in an emotionally charged space right now. call me back in an hour. And if that's what you want, we'll discuss it and we'll be intentional about it, but we can't end it like this right now. This isn't like the reason to go on a break. And I really believe if people decide that they want to go on a break, a great thing to do is to be intentional about it. Why are you going on a break? For how long are we going to go on the break? Do we have any boundaries or rules around going on the break? Like, are we going to see other people in the meantime?
Still no smile.
Ideally, Ross right away in that situation has a really hard boundary. He is communicating a boundary, but he's not doing it directly and with enough clarity. And so from the woman's perspective, it could just look like he's, playing hard to get, or maybe he lost his job and is having a hard day, or maybe he's just sad. Like the woman doesn't have context for what's happening. And so you see him trying to kind of set a boundary, but he ideally would say to her, hey, I'm in love with somebody else, or I'm in a relationship, I'm going through a hard time, I just need a minute. And there's nothing I'm going to do to mess up the relationship. If you want to just chat and just be friendly, that's cool. But like, I'm not here to do anything that could potentially violate this relationship with somebody I care for. Things are messy right now. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not going to add any fuel to that fire. He wants the relationship to work out. So if that's what he wants, and he wants to figure out what's happening, and he wants to, gain any context into the situation. Rachel didn't say, hey, I'm with Mark and I want to be with him instead, and I want to break up with you. There's a big gray area still. And if there's a gray area and you want a relationship to work out, you have to get really clear about what that gray area is before you make your own emotionally charged choices that could then, because at the end of the day, Ross sabotages himself, right? Because he wants this relationship to work out. He's in the gray area and he knows that to a certain degree, but he makes an assumption and he almost in a way punishes himself with that assumption and then destroys the thing that he actually wants. So this is why it's so important and such a powerful tool to be able to self-soothe first, right? It's like, he doesn't self-soothe before he tries to soothe externally. So you can see him, he's trying to find his way through the situation, through the alcohol, through the company of this woman, which ends up leading to mistakes like this. And ideally, he would have taken a step back and said, what do I want here? Like, how do I want to go about this challenging dynamic that I'm in? This is so difficult. I'm in pain, but what do I want to do? Do I want to try to solve the problem? Do I want to see what's going on and see if the relationship is salvageable? And if so, how should I be showing up now? Or do I want to have a breakup with this person because I feel like they're probably betraying me? And if so, what kind of closure do I want? And how do I want the breakup to go? Do you want to end a relationship with your friend that also disturbs the friendship long-term because you hook up with somebody else that very same day? Or do you at least want to have a clean break? And because he didn't take the time to get intentional and figure out what he wants according to what's on the table right now, and considering all the information at hand, he's coming from a place of reactivity instead of intentionality. And the more intentional we can be during challenging times, the more we actually support ourselves. Hooking up with somebody while on a break is a source of numbing your pain, is also only dealing with symptoms, right? It's not dealing with the root problem, especially because in this case, Ross wants the relationship to work. And so it may be really difficult. And it may be like when you're feeling insignificant and invalidated by a partner and small and disconnected and all these painful things that Ross might feel, that might feel like the best short-term solution to numb your pain, avoid feeling all this pain by feeling significant and valued and like you matter to somebody somewhere else in your life. But that is the symptom, right? And if you can instead deal with the root problems that led to that, and when I say deal with the root problems, I mean say to the person you're in the relationship with, I am feeling insignificant, I am feeling small, this needs to change. And then if it doesn't change within a framework of time that's fair to you, you say, okay, this isn't the right relationship for me, and you walk away. But you have to solve through the relationship first. And I was having this conversation yesterday with someone, and we were talking about like what makes relationships really last. And one of the big things I see between two securely attached individuals is when there's a problem, they go into the relationship with each other first and they communicate thoroughly about root causes. And that's such an important thing to do. So anyway, so this is just sort of a high level assessment of some of this stuff. Hopefully this gives you some interesting perspectives, some interesting insight. Let me know other scenes you want to see below. It could be from friends lines. It could be from a different movie, a different show, anything. And we will take some of these things in. And as long as you guys are enjoying this content and this way of communicating about things and sharing about things and sort of breaking down different dynamics, we'll do 1 or 2 videos like this each week. This is really fun for me, so let me know. And thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.